And oh, look at this. Okay, where the heck am I? Need some help. Where am I? Port Hope, Ontario. Uh-huh. Okay. It's a rest area. En route rest area. And I did not know that's 401 over there. And today is Sunday. I'm on my way to Montreal, Quebec. Because my permit says I must enter tomorrow, because I mentioned this because they have the spring thaw laws in effect right now. I cannot come into Quebec with this big excavator. So Sunday, and I really hate Canada today, you know. +8, what is that? Below freezing Fahrenheit, +8 Celsius. And the traffic was screwed up because they're doing something on Gardner Expressway, that freeway that runs near the lake in Toronto. So it was closed, and so all the guys and gals that normally go that way, they were now on 401. So 401 was stop and go, just like a work day. It took me forever to cross Toronto. Of course, I was coming from Cambridge, you know, going east on 401. And the traffic eased up only around just before Oshawa. And this is my first stop. And I need to get to Napanee, the Flying J pilot, because I'm starting to run low on my DEF fluid. And there's no compromises, right? Like if you don't have it, that's it. Your engine will shut down. And I thought I would buy some cheap diesel here, but you know, now I sometimes I can use my own debit card or credit card, right? But it's like $7 per liter here. So I wonder, normally the further you go east, the more expensive it is. Like the most expensive it will be in Quebec. That's why I have to make sure I'm entering Quebec with full tanks. And I'm gonna get fuel at Flying J there. What do we have here? Kenworth, K-Whopper, all aluminum, Alutrac. That's a Canadian brand. Alutrac flatbed. 4-axle. I know American guys, they always ask me, why do you guys have so many axles in Canada? Well, because we can. But this is a good trailer. All aluminum. Look, the frame is aluminum, the top is aluminum, and his front and rear axles are in the air, so he's only using 2, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. Because yeah, you can lift axle, like the one in the very front. That's a lift axle. You can lift that. That's okay. But the one on the tri-dam in the back, you're not supposed to lift when you're loaded, and he's loaded. They don't say anything in Canada when you're empty and you have a last axle, you can lift it, but it's kind of like against the law, you know, technically. But when you're empty, they don't bother you. But if you load it and they see that, they can, you know, give you some hard time. Anyway, and this morning, so I knew that I don't have to. It was only 6 hours, like from Cambridge. It's 6 hours to my delivery just outside of Montreal. And so I wanted to leave like maybe 3 or 2 hours for tomorrow, because there's no rush. I talked to my boss. He says, yeah, if you deliver around lunchtime. And tomorrow's Monday, so I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any loads. Either I'm coming back empty, 6 hours back, like 360 miles or 600 kilometers, or I'm sitting there till Tuesday or Wednesday. I might get a load then going into US. And so yeah, the morning I slept till like 9 o'clock for some reason. Then I went to Tim Hortons. Starbucks was like getting on my nerves recently, the one in Cambridge, because the internet on weekends, there's always too many people and the internet just, you cannot watch anything. You cannot watch YouTube, it's too slow. And so I went to Tim Hortons because they have there's nobody there. Like maybe there's like, I was the only guy with computers, because most people come and go, and it's just usually like work type guys, in work boots. And so they don't carry laptops, most of the time. So I'm like the only guy there, and so internet pretty fast. And so for some reason I decided to restart my exercising program. If you remember a few months back, I bought some kettlebells, and I trained with them, I think 3 times, and then they were just sitting behind the seat here in the truck. I had 3 of them, so it was like, I forget, 1,000 pounds. So I was constantly overloaded on my steer axle, so I got rid of them. But now I want to do it again, so I found this bodybuilding.com website. Geez, they have so many articles in there, like stories and guides, and you can choose and all for free. You can choose your workout, like depending on what you want to achieve, lose weight, get back in shape. And I'm just sitting there just writing everything down, and you can save it, all these workouts. You can I saved it as a PDF, so I have all the pictures. So I don't know, I found a gym next to this Starbucks where I usually go, that has the slow internet now. And oh, look at this. This is your lucky days, lucky day, guys and gals, a Freightliner, but he lost his sleeper somewhere. It's a 5-ton truck, just pulling some boats. Okay. All right, so I had some rest here, checked my chains. Yeah, so now it's 126 kilometers, or 75 miles to the Flying J in Napanee. And it's already 4:26, so p.m. I'll probably just stay there. I wanted to go a little bit further, but there's no rush. All right, let's start trucking. Oh, I started saying that I really hate Canada today. It's because not only is it cold, but for about 40 minutes as I was getting out of Toronto, it snowed. The snow was falling. Not heavy, light snow, but 16th of May. What is it today? 15th, 16th? That's pretty unusual, even for Canada. Okay, we're just cleaning my gloves. What am I saying? I was cleaning my glasses after I put my gloves on. You know why this is happening? It's because I haven't eaten anything today, all day. All I had was some tea, some coffee. And that's why I want to stay in Napanee, because there's a restaurant in there. If I move out to another rest area, to another rest area, there's no restaurants, just fast food places. 85 an hour and 59 miles per hour. Napanee, Ontario, Flying J. Let's get some fuel. Cold outside. I had to put on my jacket. Just finished fueling. All I gotta do is find some parking. cab over that we saw before, the one pulling boats. He did not go far. I'll just park somewhere a little bit away from the truck stop. To correct a little bit, but now I am the outsides of the machine are basically straight on the lines. I don't know if you guys can see, but see the white line? So even if a legal load parks next to me, it should be okay. That's what I always try to do. So you see how wide, that's how wide I am. So just in case, you know, somebody's, because it's pretty empty right now, as you can see, right? Maybe like 70% of the truck stop is empty, but it's only 6:15, and today's Sunday, so there's a lot of guys that are gonna come later because maybe they're delivering in Quebec, you know. And that's 401 over there. See, the flag blows this way. That's it was pretty good run today because it was all tailwind. There's a cop over there, a cop traveling that way, west. So Toronto is this way, Montreal is this way. So I got 3 hours to go tomorrow, which shouldn't be a big deal, but before I must remember to change my signs. They're like the sign, oversized load, right? If I have that, when I enter Quebec, it'll be automatic $500 fine if they catch me. So I cannot have that, must just say D, over dimensional. And I have those in my storage area over there. I just need to replace them. That's my most important task for tomorrow. Stay tuned.